All right, so I told you we were going to use Bright and Beautiful DSP, and yes, I'm excited about that, but no, I didn't use anything bright and beautiful for this. There are so many fun designs in here, and at first, my plan was I was going to, excuse me, I was going to use this one right here. And then as I started thinking everything through, or this one right here, one of the two, I decided to totally change course. But these are, like I said, carryovers, and this is missing a whole bunch of designs. Ooh, I love that one. And it's got more than a pack of some of the designs, and that's because I had purchased like probably 5 packs of this last year, and then now these are the leftovers essentially. So it's great to have you here. I forgot my computer, but I think I can see your comments. So if you have any questions or things you want to add along the way, you are certainly more than welcome to do that. And we're going to start with this piece of the DSP. I was going to actually use this side. Changed my mind because I wanted to use more stamps. And I'm sorry for the messy paper, but it's just one that I have sitting here for times like this when all of a sudden I go, oh, I need a background paper for this. But I wanted to use more of the stamps in the stamp set. So this one is the one we're pulling out. So this particular stamp set you can choose for free with a $60 order right now. Remember that there are lots of choices for your free Sale-a-bration items. And if you choose to make a $60 or $120 or $180 purchase, that just ups the amount of items free that you receive. So with every $60, you get another choice, or 5, which is great. So I'm just going to use this confetti stamp, and we're going to stamp it all around our DSP just to create a little background. So it's fun to use that DSP in a little, or that, yeah, the DSP and stamps in a little different way. I'm just going to fill in a few of the spots here. Let's talk about the next couple weeks. So next week is a new release of online exclusives, and stoked about that because there are some amazing items coming. All of a sudden I looked at it and I went, no, I need a little bit more. And I'm going to leave this Night of Navy open. So next week that happens. And one of the papers that becomes available to us next week is the one that I showed you for our Something Out of the Ordinary class in March. So I will be ordering right away next week when this becomes available for all of the people that signed up for option 1 of this class. Now remember, you don't have to be anywhere at any specific time for my classes, because the virtual ones are recorded and saved and posted to another platform where you can access them at any time. So just wanted to remind you of that, because it's an easy thing to forget when all is said and done. All right, so here is the idea that we're going to use these 1 1/4 inch squares of Night of Navy. So I'm going to add these here, and then I'm going to quickly talk about where I got my layout. So let me get these on there. How is everybody today? I've heard of some sunny places around the country as people have chimed in this afternoon. Sunny and warm here. Actually, I'm not sure it's sunny. It wasn't sunny this morning, but I didn't pay attention now earlier. I think I had my sunglasses on the way home though. All right, so I've got those where I want them. So now I'm going to burnish that so they become adhered really nicely. Then I'm going to bring in, so I can show you where I got my layout. So page 12 of the new, I shouldn't call it new anymore, but the current mini catalog, JA25 mini catalog is what I call it, January to April 2025. And here is the layout that I decided to choose for this card. Simple, no frills, but fun. So you can think about this particular stamp set, the Day to Celebrate, in terms of using it for all different celebrations. So we've got birthday in here. You've got congrats, hooray, OMG, not really my thing, but all day your way. It's good. It's a good day to celebrate. They're kind of generic, a lot of them, which is nice because I think this would be perfect for a graduation card. And I use the confetti, so I've got that. And then I'm going to add this to my 4¼ by 11 inch card base. Windy in Arizona. Shoot. The wind kind of can ruin it, can it? So a lot of times, so Sharon is from here and now she's wintering in Arizona. So it's interesting to hear what it's like down there. But Sharon knows that here also wind can just ruin it, especially if it's a super strong wind. It can ruin the whole day. So hopefully, Sharon, your whole day will not be ruined by that darn wind. Okay, then we're going to, and I have my Stampin' Chamois here yet, but I'm just gonna put the megaphone on here, and I'm going to stamp the megaphone 3 times without re-inking. So 1, 2, 3. Random on a piece of white paper. Because look at the background here. That's kind of what's happening on this background. We've got the dark and then a little lighter and a little lighter yet as this DSP is. So if you take a look at that DSP again, you can see that happens with the Berry Burst. I think there's Lost Lagoon in here somewhere. There's the Navy again. There's the Lost Lagoon. So it has some variance in color as you go up and down. So then what I did is I fussy cut those out. And we're going to start by adhering those. And I was thinking maybe I would switch up how to lay those out. But now when I look at it and the space we have provided, I first made the squares 2 inches. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, 2 inches isn't going to fit across a 4¼ inch piece of cardstock. So I did a little derp moment there for myself. I wasn't mathing at all, which is, you know, like me sometimes, where I just get carried away and get excited about something I see in my head. But we are using that layout on page 12 of the mini catalog. And I decided not to mix it up too much. So here we've got our megaphones. And actually, do you feel like the larger end should be up? So should we do this instead? Yeah, I feel like we should. After the fact, of course, when they're all down, but if you're careful. Once again, here is a lesson in taking things apart, taught due to personal experience by demonstrator Amy Rich. If you are really slow with the removal of those, they will come off. I promise. And this one, I don't think I pushed too hard, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh yeah, it's taking some paper off. You just got to be careful. Just do some sliding. There we go. See a little bit of paper. If there's a lot of paper there, just put liquid glue on it. It's totally fine. I feel like those megaphones should be shouting high. Way up high. Okay, so if we look at that layout again, we see that there's a little label here underneath. So let's grab a piece of 1/2 inch by 3 inch basic white cardstock, and then we're going to add this punch back into the mix. We used it last week, I think, at some point somewhere. I used it, and we're going to try the ticket side of the punch this time. And like I said the last time, I kind of like to flip it over and just make sure I've kind of got it centered the way I want it. That's kind of a fun little cut at 1/2 inch. So the ticket punch side. And then we're going to add our little congrats on here. Actually, I'm not sure congrats fits. Let's see. I thought I tested it, but now I'm looking at it, doubting myself. How would I doubt myself? What? Oh gosh. Okay, so have you gotten all the Sale-a-bration items you want? You've got 2.5 days left to go for it. And you also have 2.5 days left during which you can join my team, which is fun. We've got kind of a lot going on right now over there. Right now, I have a group of us that are reading a book together, kind of a self-help book, type of a thing. And we're doing book club with that. And then in a little bit, my favorite is coming up in later in March is our tic-tac-toe team challenge. It's a stamping challenge, and they're assigned to teammates, and it's a 4-week challenge where they have to complete projects. So they'll be doing a lot of stamping, and they'll be earning points for that, and essentially at the end earning a shopping spree and for the winners. And it's so much fun, and they love getting to know their teammates and all that. So it's a good time. But what do you think? Now we're just going to add a little bit of bling yet. And I'm hoping that mine are easy to find, the ones I have in mind, because I didn't think to get those out. However, here they are. I have a 1/2 sheet of those, and I've barely ever used them. Adhesive backed something. I cut them in half for my share, my product share. I didn't want to make it too feminine because I wanted to be able to give it to a male student if necessary. So these are school colors again for our Lutheran high school in the area. And then I added that little bit of silver, and I will post what those are. But isn't that fun? Super fun, super cute. And I could have gone more crazy, like I said, by using a different DSP from the pack. But I just decided at the last minute that I wanted one that I could use here this spring. The other thing I wanted to show you was a swap I received from Tracy Filter. She's a dear, dear friend of mine, but she used this stamp set with the Wildflower Birthday DSP. So you can see here in the background, you've got that beautiful paper, and then you've got some really fun confetti in different, I think it's got 2 colors in it. That's really cool. The pink and the green, or the pool party. And then it's a good day to celebrate with the megaphone there and a little bit of gold scattered with those sequins. So there are some great ideas that you can make using the Day to Celebrate stamp set. I was thinking of an idea with that ribbon as well. So it's pretty fun, pretty fun to play with. And then when you start to use it with other designer series papers, then the possibilities suddenly become very, very endless. And just fun to play around with. So I hope if you've got the Day to Celebrate stamp set that this gives you a couple of fun ideas